Hello, Packers fans. It's Brock here, and today we've got some significant news that's bound to stir up conversations across the fanbase. Micah Parsons, our all-pro edge rusher, has been placed on the physically unable to perform list as he continues his recovery from that devastating ACL injury he suffered last season. Now, this news raises questions about the upcoming season, particularly concerning how his absence might affect the Packers' defense and overall performance. So, where are you tuning in from? I want to hear your thoughts on Parsons and what this means for the team. Be sure to drop a comment below. And if you love the Packers as much as I do, hit that subscribe button and share this with your fellow fans. Now let's dive in. First off, Parsons, at just 27 years old, has solidified himself as one of the elite players in the NFL. His recent admission that he's 4 months away from being cleared to practice puts him on a tight timeline. If he remains on the PUP list, he'll be sidelined for at least the first 4 games of the season. That's a significant stretch of time, especially considering how crucial those opening games are for establishing momentum. The Packers are set to face off against the Chicago Bears in Week 5, a matchup that's always heated and pivotal. Missing Parsons in those early games could prove costly. Let's not forget the context surrounding Parsons' trade to Green Bay. Acquired from the Dallas Cowboys in a jaw-dropping deal that sent Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks to Dallas, Parsons was signed to a lucrative 4-year, $186 million extension. That's a hefty investment for a player who, when healthy, can completely change the dynamics of a game. His performance last season was nothing short of stellar: 12.5 sacks, 41 tackles, and a couple of forced fumbles. He was a beast on the field, earning his place on the All-Pro first team for the 3rd time in 5 seasons. But here's where the concern kicks in. Parsons underwent ACL surgery in late December, and the procedure included work on his meniscus. That's no small matter, folks. Recovery from these types of injuries can be unpredictable, and while Parsons has shown resilience and determination, there's always a risk of setbacks. As fans, we can't help but feel anxious about whether he'll return to form. The Packers' defense relies heavily on his ability to pressure the quarterback and disrupt opposing offenses, and without him, we might see a drop-off in performance. In addition to Parsons, the Packers have also placed several other players on the PUP list, including offensive tackle Brant Banks, defensive tackle Nazir Stackhouse, defensive end Jordan Riley, and long snapper Matthew Orzech. This list isn't just a collection of names. It's a significant factor for the team's depth and overall strategy going into training camp. Players on the PUP list can still attend meetings and use team facilities, but they can't practice until they're cleared. The clock is ticking down to training camp, which begins on Wednesday, and the Packers need all hands on deck. The PUP list can be a double-edged sword. While it allows time for healing, it also creates uncertainty in roster decisions and game planning. If Parsons does indeed start the season on the PUP list, he'll be eligible to practice just in time for that Week 5 showdown against the Bears and the following week against his former team, the Cowboys. Imagine the narrative if he makes a triumphant return in front of the home crowd. The offseason has seen other moves as well. The Packers signed kicker Lenny Krieg and tight end Thomas Yasmin, while releasing edge Dante Barnett and kicker Lucas Havrizik. These decisions reflect the team's focus on building a solid roster. But every move is magnified when a star player like Parsons is dealing with injury. As we look ahead, the question remains: how will the Packers adapt to potentially missing Parsons in those crucial early games? Will the defensive schemes be adjusted to compensate for his absence? Who will step up in his place? The front office and coaching staff have their work cut out for them as they navigate this challenging situation. Green Bay fans, your loyalty and passion for this team are unmatched. We need to rally together and support our players, especially during tough times like these. Micah Parsons has proven he can be a game changer. Here's hoping he can bounce back sooner rather than later. As we continue through the offseason, I encourage you to stay tuned for updates and join the conversation about how this situation unfolds. Remember to comment below with your thoughts on Parsons and what the Packers need to do to remain competitive. Don't forget to subscribe for all the latest news and insights on our beloved team. Go Pack Go!